Sports!
I'm Pat Mayo, and here is what you missed in fantasy football for week 2 over the past 24 hours. Let's start with Thursday Night Football because that's where a lot of the problems are. Raheem Mostert has a chest injury. Devin Achane has a mid to high ankle sprain. Both are not practicing. Both are, quote, still expected to play this week. We'll see about that. And both could be severely limited. Rookie Jalen Wright, who was inactive last week, is also expected to be active for the first time in his career against the Bills. And then you have Jeff Wilson, who will probably get the majority of the touches between the tackles, since even if Achane and Mostert both go, they're likely to be limited in this game. I wish they would just tell us that these guys aren't playing or they're limited, but why would they actually do that? What's most likely to happen here, unless we really find out after Wednesday's practice the status of everyone, is that we're going to get a Christian McCaffrey situation where we're waiting up until game time to see what's going on, and if they're all active, we're going to have no idea who to play. Right now, actually leaned to play Jeff Wilson, but I'll have the week 2 rankings coming out on Thursday morning. You can subscribe to for free down in the description right now. Get sent directly to your inbox. So I'd recommend that you go do that. And I'll have my rankings show position by position coming out on Thursday morning as well. So stay tuned for that. Rookie Malik Washington is also not practicing for the Dolphins. He's not going to play. That leaves like Julian Hill, Jonnu Smith, and Durham Smythe and Braxton Berrios all going to run right around the same amount of routes against Jacksonville. They were all in the neighborhood within like 4 of each other, right around 18, well behind Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle for the Dolphins. On the Bills side, Josh Allen has a hand injury. He's going to be okay. Ty Johnson is not practicing out of the backfield. He played 14 snaps last week. And that probably means Ray Davis, the Rook, gets an uptick against the Dolphins if Ty Johnson cannot go. Thursday Night Football also means the return of some picks for Underdog Fantasy. Code Mayo at Underdog Fantasy right now will get you a deposit bonus of up to $1,000. There's also free tokens coming out this week as well. There's an entire promo calendar that you can find in the Mayo Media newsletter, again, down in the description, where you can find some of these plays as well. But what I'm going with, and there's a CeeDee Lamb free pick going to be available sometime on Wednesday that you could use in the spot of one of these guys, or to juice it up to 10-1. And with not knowing what's going on in the Dolphins' backfield, made this one kind of difficult, but I'm going Tua rushing under 4.5 yards. Jason Sanders over 1.5 field goals, and James Cook over 12 fantasy points in this game. $10 will turn into $60. $100 turns into $600. And you can use all your bonus funds by using code Mayo at Underdog Fantasy right now. You want to tail that one? You can find it down in the description. The Rams could be without 4 starting offensive linemen this week in Arizona. Still, they're only a 1.5 underdog. Obviously, Puka is out as well. Demarcus Robinson will be a top 40 wide receiver. Again, check the rankings when they come out to see where he officially comes in. The Lions have agreed to terms with kicker Greg Joseph, so he'll have kicking duties this week at home against Tampa Bay. Actually, a really nice spot for Joseph to come in off the street and make some field goals for you. If you're looking for it, Christian McCaffrey has Achilles tendonitis. Fortunately, Achilles tendonitis and an Achilles rupture aren't linked to each other. One does not begat the other, so that's good news. And Kyle Shanahan said that Christian McCaffrey could have played in week 1 if it was a playoff game. Now, I hear that week 2 also isn't in the playoffs, so I'd actually lean towards McCaffrey not playing again this week and Jordan Mason getting the start. We'll have to monitor their status throughout the week, but if you're going to keep him out to get him 100% healthy in week 1 and he's not going into week 2, why would you play him as week 2 as 6-point favorites on the road? I don't know. So I'm guessing he's going to sit with Jordan Mason handling most of the duties. I mean, he performed so well in week 1. Why wouldn't you run him back out there in week 2 in the spot, even on the short week? So here's where we stand with a couple guys before full practices and statuses start for all the teams this week. Ken Walker and Keenan Allen are both probably going to play through their injuries. Josh Downs, Jalen Warren, and Mike Williams are all going to be active more than likely, but probably limited in their snaps with lingering injuries. Josh Downs, T. Higgins, and Hollywood Brown could all play this week, returning from their injury, so keep an eye on them. Steelers rookie Roman Wilson may be active as well after missing last week, but all 4 of those guys could also all be limited at the same time. Puka, Rome Odunze, and Jordan Addison all probably won't. Well, Puka for sure isn't playing. Odunze and Jordan Addison probably aren't playing through their injuries. Jake Ferguson is trying to come back and play this week. We'll see how that goes, so keep an eye on him. If Addison doesn't go for the Vikings, Brandon Powell might actually be the better play than Jalen Nailor. I know that Nailor caught the touchdown last week. That was very exciting. Powell ran more routes, especially in 2 wide receiver sets after Addison ended up leaving the game. Now, they're 6-point dogs at San Francisco, so expect more passing in that one than we saw a week ago. But Nailor's still also dealing with a lingering ankle injury as well, so keep an eye on that. Just sub to the newsletter to get all of the rankings, and I have the updated injury cheat sheet in there as well, which I put up every single day if you need to go back to it. All right, I'm Pat Mayo. Sub to this channel, like the video, and subscribe to the audio version if you just care for podcasts on fantasy football picks and bets. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Pat Mayo Experience! Experience!